Good wishes, dear students. In today's class, we will learn about integrated law for the first order reaction. In the previous class, you have learnt about how to calculate the order of a reaction from the given rate law of the particular reaction. So, the definition for the first order reaction is a reaction where rate depends on the reactant concentration raised to the first power is called first order reaction. When you look at this example, you might remember how to calculate the order of a reaction. So if we consider X moles of A reacting with Y moles of B to give us the product, rate law can be written it as rate is equals to K stands for rate constant, into concentration of the reactant A and a concentration of the reactant B. M and N stands for, as we have seen it already, M amount of A and N amount of B has been contributed to form the product here. So if we are asked to calculate order of the reaction, just add the parts, that is M plus N gives us the order of the reaction. The same thing we are talking about it here. So rate depends on the reactant concentration raised to the first power is called as the first order reaction. Let's see the mathematical expression for the first order reaction and how to calculate the rate constant from the given expression. So consider a reaction where a reactant A gives us the product B. Normal term of writing the rate of the reaction is equals to minus d of A by dt is equals to plus d of B by dt. If you remember what you have learnt earlier, minus sign talks for decrease in the concentration of the reactant for a spontaneous reaction. Plus sign stands for increase in the concentration of the product for a spontaneous reaction. One more thing, since rate of the reaction depends on the concentration of the reactant alone, let's consider only this term, leaving about the product term. So I'm rewriting the same step. Rate is equals to minus d of A by dt. Consider this to be the equation 1, that is rate of the reaction. Now let's write the rate law for the given reaction. So rate law is proportional to the concentration of the reactant A. Now proportionality sign can be replaced with a rate constant. So I'm rewriting the same step once again. Rate law is equals to proportional sign. I'm replacing it with a constant here, is equals to K into concentration of the reactant A. Now if you consider the parts to be here, what's the given part? When there is nothing, we imagine to be 1 here. Why are we imagining to be 1? Because we are talking about the first order reaction whose concentration is raised to the first power here. So this to be the equation 2. So equate equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 in terms of rate of the reaction. Equation 2 in terms of the rate law. So equate equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 is minus d of A by dt is equals to equation 2 is K into concentration of A. Let's not write 1 because we understand 1 to be existing. Now in this case, if you look at it, A term we've got here, A term we've got here. So let's bring the like term on one side, unlike term on the other side for an easy calculation. Minus d of A by A is equals to K into the dt goes on the other side. Now we need to integrate the term. So keep the minus sign outside, integrate it, that is d of A by A is equals to K is a constant, leave it outside, integration of dt. Here you need to remember the two laws, you have learnt it in a maths, that is integration of d of x by x is equals to natural log of x. In terms of d of x, we've got a d of A. In terms of x, we've got A. So the answer should be natural log of x. One more term, integration of dx is equals to x. So these are the two formulas you need to remember to substitute here. And one more thing, we are going to integrate it within the limits. If you remember the very first day's class, we have calculated the rate in terms of the final concentration minus initial concentration and the time relevant to it. So those conditions both in terms of the concentration and in terms of time should be mentioned. So let's take it as a short here. When T is equals to 0, meaning in beginning of the reaction, when T is equals to 0, let the concentration of A is equals to A naught. A naught stands for initial concentration. T is equals to 0 stands for initial time interval. Similarly, after some time, when T is equals to T, let the concentration of A is equals to AT. I'm not confusing you all. To integrate, we are integrating between the given limits here. So initial concentration versus concentration after some time. So that after some time I have taken it to be AT, initial concentration to be A naught, initial time to be 0, and after some time the time to be T I have taken. Now let's substitute the limit to the given integration. That is, initial concentration is A naught, after some time the concentration is AT. Similarly, initially time is equals to 0 because we are having the differentiation of time here. T is equals to 0. After some time T is equals to T. Now let's make use of this formula to differentiate them. So when we differentiate, minus integration of dx by x is equals to natural log of x. In terms of x, what shall we write here? Concentration term of A. So we can write it natural log of concentration A into lower limit and upper limit. So lower limit is A naught, upper limit is AT, is equals to K constant. Similarly, when we integrate dt, we get x here, and a dt when we integrate, we get t, and a lower limit is t is equals to 0, upper limit is t is equals to t. Now next, when we have a limit, you need to remember one small clue here. Write it always upper limit minus lower limit. If you remember this clue, writing it in terms of expressions will be easier for you all. So the same step I'm writing. I've got here minus natural log of A, lower limit and upper limit is equals to rate constant into time, and a lower limit and upper limit. I'm going to make use of this formula to write them. So writing minus natural log of, in terms of A, substitute the upper limit, that is AT minus, because we have formula minus here, lower limit is natural log of A naught. That's all. You are substituting the term to the given expression. To natural log of upper limit minus natural log of lower limit equal to K into, similarly you substitute here T, that's upper limit minus lower limit, T minus 0. Let's open up the bracket here. So minus into plus will give us minus. So we get here natural log of AT, minus into minus will give us a plus here. Natural log of A naught is equals to, now T minus 0 is T. So K into T will give us KT term here. Let's rearrange so that we write the plus term first and the minus term second. So natural log of A naught minus natural log of AT is equals to KT. Now this particular step we need to rearrange and write in terms of y is equals to mx plus c, because you have seen it in the very first class, concentration decreases with the time. So meaning negative slope we get. We need to show the formation of a slope. For that sake, I'm going to rearrange this step in such a way. Natural log of A naught, I'm taking the minus term on the other side and bring the KT term here. So plus KT will become minus KT is equals to, minus term will become plus term, natural log of AT. If you look at it, this is your constant term. And this is in the form of mx. I'll tell you how we are getting the mx term, and this is in the form of y. So we are writing in terms of the slope formula, y is equals to mx plus c. M stands for the slope here, that's intercept minus k. Now the next step what we need to do here is little more of rearranging here. I've got a natural log of a naught by natural log of at is equals to take on the kt on the other side. Since I've got natural log on both the side, I'm taking it to be common. Natural log of a naught by at is equals to kt. Natural log can be converted into usual log with a base 10 by multiplying it with a 2.303. So when I multiply it, I get the steps as 2.303 into log to the base 10. I'm converting a natural log into usual log with a base 10. So 2.303 into log to the base 10 of concentration of A naught by AT is equals to KT. Now K is called as a rate constant. To calculate the rate constant for the first order reaction, let's change the sign, take T on the other side. So the same formula can be written it as, 2.303 by T into log to the base 10 of concentration of A naught by concentration of AT is equals to K. So this is the formula for the first order reaction, that is K is equals to 2.303 by T into log to the base 10 of A naught by AT. A naught stands for initial concentration and AT stands for concentration at the given time. We have a numericals based on this, then you will understand little more. All you have to remember right now is, it's an important question in terms of a 3 mark. Derive the first order equation rate law. So write the definition, write the given steps here, and finally sum up at the formula, that's rate constant is equals to 2.303 by T into log to the base 10 A naught by AT. Now what's the final conclusion of it? If we plot the graph for this particular step, we have a time on the x-axis, as we have seen, concentration on the y-axis we have taken. For a spontaneous reaction, there is a decrease in the concentration. So this is a naught here, initial concentration. So slope, this is a slope for us. Slope is equals to, the intercept is minus k here. So this is the graph for the first order equation. I hope you have got the concept of it. Try to work out on your own. You will be thorough with that. Thank you.